everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. The lion. New man on the so fine.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Sean Spencer, one half of that dynamic duo that is Let's Talk Football. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope your week is going well, because this is Hump Day. Middle of your week is here, and if the middle of your week is here, you know what that means. Washington Football Weekly. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and I'm talking to Will and Ab's children of all ages. Let's go. But yo, you know who I'm here with. I'm here with the usual suspects. My guy over here. Hey, you see the screen, it says no shirt required. The shirtless wonder is in the building, Mr. Ab Lowe. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And my guy, too, South Carolina's main man, Dub K, Mr. Will Kramer. What's going on, guys? How we feeling after week one? How we feeling, guys?
I'm good. I'm excited to recap a regular season game. You know, we obviously aren't happy with what happened, but tomorrow we back at it.
Let's go.
Turn it all around, baby.
Let's
go.
Yep.
Let's go. And stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We have so much to talk about, including, speaking of turning it around, some of us didn't win our first week of fantasy. But we're going to turn it around, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to turn it around. But we got somebody that's got something to say at the end of the show. But we're not going to go into that right now. Look, you see the face. You see what he's doing. Yo, but we have to shout out. Today, September 15th, is the start of Hispanic Heritage Month. Shout out all of those of the Hispanic heritage. I don't mean to, I don't know another word to say right at the moment, but shout out to them. Definitely want to take a minute and give them their due. Shout out to Delilah Crespo, who reminded me about it yesterday. So yeah, let's definitely do that. And then also, as we always do, we do birthdays. And hey, we could not go without shouting out our guy, Mr. Moral Support himself, Anton Benson, man. Happy birthday to you, buddy. I was over the weekend. Shout out to you. Know it's love. Washington Football Weekly, definitely showing that love. And today is Scary Terry's birthday. I like that. I like that. Happy birthday to you, man. I hope you get your birthday
gift tomorrow night. Yeah.
Right.
You guys get it? Anton and Terry, like moral support guy. Like
locker room leader.
It's all good.
Right.
No wonder why he loves him so much.
Right. The locker room leader. Let's go. Let's go. Well, yo, hey, guys, let's get into it. Honestly, there's so much to talk about. Hey, I was at the game. I was there. Live in person, and I don't know what you guys could see from watching on TV, but guys, it was a mixed stadium. I mean, it literally was half Washington and half powder blue, LA Chargers, and it was. I mean, could you guys see that? Will, could you see that on TV? Like,
you could see a little bit. I think you saw it in the lower bowl, but I'll tell you this. I've seen worse. Yeah. I've seen worse, and you're going to see worse tomorrow night.
Oh,
you can see it.
I mean, I've seen worse, but it's definitely they did a whole aerial view, and I was like, our colors aren't blue, bro. Like literally, it was noticeable. Like almost like they overran our whole stadium. So it was crazy, man.
Let me tell you something, man. The Chargers fans, and I didn't know this prior to the game, they traveled deep.
Deep.
Them jokers traveled deep, man. And shout out to them, man. They're dope, though.
I didn't even expect it. For real.
Yeah,
I think that was my biggest shock. I didn't expect it.
I didn't expect it. Yeah, from Chargers fans. I mean, that's been the problem with this team. They can't sell the tickets. This year they actually sold the tickets to the game, but They're not all Washington fans coming.
No.
And it is pretty much a 50-50 place. But you know what? Because after years and years and years of losing, I ain't going to the games.
No.
Not yet.
No, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And when you sell your beers for $14, when you have to wait an hour in the line to get, subpar food, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
They're gonna have to give away like a baked ham or something like that, or be like Nino Brown and just give people turkeys with their tickets and everything like that. For real,
you're gonna have to do something to bring them back into the stadium. I mean, you're gonna have the random normal people that will come to each of those games and they'll do that. But we were not well represented, I'm gonna say. Now, I will say that, like I said before, those Chargers fans were dope. They were getting it in. They were excited, and there was no malice, no animosity between them and us, at least that I saw. I will say this. I know everybody has been talking about the sewer water and that whole incident. I wasn't over there, but I heard about it, and people were talking about it in the stadium. That's not a good look. You know what I mean? Regardless if it was just regular water or sewage water, that's not a good look. And that's not something we can hang our hat on. That's definitely not something.
I like to say this. You had about 2 years, or I said, no, just a year. Let's say that. You had a year to take care of everything you needed to for this team. Why is that happening?
Right.
No excuses.
Right.
Yeah, you don't really see this happening elsewhere. And we don't have the oldest stadium. It ain't the newest, but it's not the oldest. There's a couple dry runs that already happened in preseason. The pipes should have been flushed. They should have been working,
Yeah, and that
they said it's rainwater.
Right, you're right. You see how they tried to cover it up quickly, but you see the people there. They're like, nah, man. That one dude who was like, I'm trying to get away. He's like, pull me out. You know what I mean? It shouldn't happen, regardless of what it is. Like you guys said, you've had enough time to work with it. We've done the preseason games, so hey, get it together. And you know what? Real quick, I am gonna mention this, man. You know who else needs to get it together, man? Some of y'all fans, man. Look, I understand we've all been dealing with the stress of dealing with losing and the quarterbacks and Dan Snyder and everything. But look, I'm up here, and we're up in the 440 section. We're up there, when we get a touchdown or we get something, we're high-fiving God. Like, hey, what up, big man? Because we're that high in the sky, right? This dude, I'm sitting here, and you know me. I'm hyped. Let's go. I'm high-fiving the people in front of me. I'm sitting here getting this, let's go. And I'm standing up every time. Defense. This joker, they had this guy behind me, did not stand up the whole game. He gonna sit there and be like, hey, my man, yo, can you sit down? Can't nobody see behind you? For
Stand
real?
up.
Right? What?
Join me.
Everybody around you is standing up. What? Yo, and I'm not gonna lie, I definitely hit you up like, hey, I gotta call up the coalition. Let's go. What we need to do.
Hold on, right.
Right. Throw them signals out. Let's go. Yo, but that definitely messed with me, man, just because, I mean, we on the same side right now. You know what I mean? We supposed to be rooting for each other. This is a game. If you trying to sit down, man, stay at your house. You know what I mean? And the craziest part, there's a kid that was in like 7th or 8th grade in front of me that was just sitting here just going hard, just like, yeah, let's go. There was a Chargers fan behind us, and he was like, yeah, y'all stink, y'all blah, 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 blah. His dad was definitely 2 Chiefs to win. And he was sitting here just pop, let's go. And then at one point, when William Jackson got the interception, this dude turned around and was like, let's go. I was like, oh, stop. I was like, yo, give me a high five, kid. I was like, let's go. Yo, so definitely shout out to him, man. It was definitely a great experience. My first ever season opener. So minus that one little thing, we had definitely great tailgate and all this stuff. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. But yo, let's go ahead and get right into the game. Let's get right into the game recap. And I want to start with the number one place that we've all talked about, defense. And honestly, I mean, all things considering, Justin Herbert was Offensive Rookie of the Year a year ago, and he was on. He was hitting all of his guys, but I felt like we had a great bend but don't break defense. I felt like we sat there and we did enough. Now, it might not show up that way on paper, but honestly, I felt like we did what we needed to do at the right times, and a couple issues from the offense led to some of the reasons why I think they put up, the amount of points to win. Will, I'm coming to you. What was your thoughts on the defense?
You said it. You said the phrase perfectly. Bend but don't break. That was their mantra last year. They gave up yards, but then they clamped down in the red zone, and that's what was happening on Sunday. But there was more breaking happening than just bending, in my opinion.
Yeah.
We allowed the Chargers to come down on 7 of their 9 offensive possessions to get to the red zone.
Yeah.
And, they weren't coming away with points every time. There was the interception. There was that fumble through the end zone, the touchback call that the refs made. So we were kind of holding them to it or holding them to some field goals. So they were bending, not breaking. But I was not impressed with the defense. We talked about this being the strength of it. And what I was not impressed with is our biggest, best unit on the field, our defensive line, was not getting pressure.
Right.
There was a moment in about the midway through the first, maybe the second quarter, the beginning of it, where they kind of started to come together and they were getting a lot of pressure up the middle. Jonathan Allen got a sack, and it kind of settled down a little bit. And I thought, okay, here we go. I texted you guys and said, all right, second half adjustments. We're good. We're going to be good. And then the Chargers kept coming down the field and scoring points and coming down the field. So I was really, really surprised that how lack of pass rush we had.
Yeah.
I was shocked to see us on third down, giving up first down after first down. And I agree, Justin Herbert was incredible. Some of the throws he made, where he placed it, was some of the times it's like, hey, we had good coverage, but they picked on our rookie. They went after St. Juice.
Yep.
They were successful. Not all of his coverage was bad. It was just some great throws, but they went after him. So they got to get back to the drawing board, against the Giants. They got some work to do. Yeah.
Well, and it's a quick turnaround, Ab. It's a quick turnaround. But like Will was saying, that's our bread and butter. That's our moneymaker right there, that defense. And to only have the 2 sacks, I believe, shout out to Nathan Snell, I believe we were 14? The Chargers were 14 of 19 on third downs or something.
Yeah, it was dumb, bro.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was like a record that we had given up. And, so, what are your thoughts about the defense in week 1?
It seemed like we were on preseason mode while they were on baby, hold on a second. While they were on first mid-season mode, and that's not fair. That's not fair. I want to be playing the game that they were playing because they look really good, and we look like we were not at all prepared. And when I say prepared, I mean the studying, basically studying the players, the move, their plays and everything like that. I don't know if any of you knew this, but they said that the Chargers did not play any of their veterans all preseason. Any of their rookies, if they were rookie starter, they played them. But if they were the veteran starters, they didn't play them.
Oh, wow.
So that right there shows how impressive that is. Off of a rookie coach on that too, there's no reason for that. And to me, I know you guys are. I know you guys say bend but don't break. I don't like that approach. I didn't like it last year. I don't like it this year. I think it's just lazy preparation. Mm-hmm. My opinion. Mm-hmm. I think it's. I think the way that there was no pressure onto Justin Herbert is it's like the Dallas Cowboys playing Tampa Bay just Thursday. Like they didn't give Tom Brady any pressure, and that's what was killing them. And I'm sitting there like, why didn't they just watch this damn game right here to see what the hell that to see that you can't just let Justin Herbert pick you apart. And even the defensive line, they weren't even rushing like that. They were they were like playing soft so they could run back and make a tackle kind of deal. And like they weren't giving it their all, and that was very, very disappointing. And that's not how you play football, man. That's just not how football should be planned or played. So they need to do better, and I think they just need to do something different because this bend it or break thing is going to get people hurt. And I'm talking about Del Rio. When I see him in the streets, it's going to get him hurt. that's what I meant.
It's very concerning. It's really concerning because we got torched by a really good quarterback, but this is not the only really good quarterback. This is what we talk about with our schedules. We're about to face elite quarterbacks. And prior to week 1, the last game we played against was an elite quarterback, and Tampa Bay had over 500 yards on this defense. Yep. All this praise of our defense that we did in the offseason, and we were up against Tampa, they also were a turnstile on defense along that defensive line and couldn't stop anything on the run last year. And we came out here and they had more of the same. A lot of yards being given up, chunk plays being given up. They stopped them from scoring touchdowns. But that's not a recipe for success. Like I'm saying, it's not a recipe for success.
No. And we're gonna have to fix that. We're gonna have to remedy that whole thing. I think it is definitely has a hand with the players, but also, like you said, Jack Del Rio, defense coordinator, he needs to be held accountable. Like you guys need to have been prepared for this situation, and it didn't look like they were.
So let me add this: it's demoralizing to play like that. Like, just hear me out. Like, you start off on their 4-yard line, and then all of a sudden they drive all the way down to the red zone, 80 yards. What you know what I'm saying? To me as a player, I'd be like, damn, we're messing up. We're really messing up here. But I'm gonna be okay as long as they only get 3 points. That mentality is not. If that's what we're teaching them, bro. That's not good at all, man.
Yeah, we got to get it together. Yeah, we got to get it together with that. And especially because I was there the day the Magic died. I was there when my guy that I've been rooting for since February when we signed him, Ryan Fitzpatrick, went down. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, there was definitely a gasp. Not a gasp. It was more like, here we go again. Yeah. Shout out to Heineke. He came in and did what he did. To your point that you've been saying all off season, Will, Heineke is a gamer. He can come in there. They run that fast-paced offense, but he's also a true number 2. Putting him at number 1 is it's gonna be an issue. I don't know. He did okay, but they didn't really blow the offense away. Ab, what was your thoughts of the offense?
Well, the offense in general, just seemed underwhelming. I think bright spots were Antonio Gibson, Terry McLaurin, Logan Thomas. What I was very disappointed in, and I'm going to tell you this, is De'Ami Brown.
Yes.
He had his opportunities. We can't say he didn't. He led the team in targets. He had 5 targets. Oh, I'm sorry, no. Antonio Gibson had 5 targets. De'Ami Brown had 4. And he tied with Terry on that. But that was very – other than that, the whole offense was garbage. The offensive line was garbage. Cosme was garbage. It was really, really bad. Like, and I mean, it bothered me just to sit there and watch that, especially because we're sitting here trying to hype. It bothers me because I make predictions and I can't back it up if they don't play to their true potential.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but like, I should just expect this out of my team. It's just that it's going to have some downers. Like, they're just not going to play to their full potential all the time. I think Antonio Gibson dislocated his shoulder. I'll put that on it. And I think he did it right before he had that costly fumble in the second half. So, but yeah, it just didn't seem like we went out drinking last night and then was like, hey, you got a football game
right
to go to.
Right.
That's how they play, for real.
Yeah. It was subpar. It frustrated me, and I get that Fitz went out, but at the same time, like you said, De'Ami Brown, who I've been touting his name all off season too, he was underwhelming. I remember one where he had that opportunity to get that catch coming into the sidelines, and he was bobbling it and then dropped it coming on towards the sidelines. I just felt like even the bright spots. We talk about Antonio Gibson. Will, I'm coming to you. We talk about Antonio Gibson. He had 90 yards. He has a couple like 18 yards, almost 20 yards receiving, but he had the 2 fumbles, one that he lost. You know what I mean? And he had so many drops. Am I wrong? But I just felt like he was dropping a lot of passes. Like when I went back to look on at the game from the couch, it was like, what's going on, man?
He only dropped 2.
Okay, well, I thought I blew it.
It seemed like more. It
right.
seemed like, and if you could see his reaction out there, he felt like it was more. And I think one of them was a first down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had some great moments. It was the Gibson of last year.
Mm-hmm.
He has some great moments, some flashes, and then the drops really surprised me. Ron talked about he's still a young running back. He talked about that fumble. He said, he tried to do more than he should have there. He should have just gone down early. He bounced it outside, which meant he was exposing the ball. It happened. I was really surprised. Same with defense. I was surprised with the play calling on offense. You would be able to see this a little bit more, Sean, from where you were. But when I thought when Fitz was in there, we were trying to have more slower developing plays, longer down the field. Okay, and when Heineke came in, they went into some of the more quick game stuff. And the reason why that bothered me, I know Fitz wants to throw the ball downfield, but with no Curtis Samuel, that means our team, once again, it's Gibson, McKissick, McLaurin, and Logan Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
How did we win last year with those guys? With check down Charlie having the most boring offense, but it moved the ball. It played positional football in the field. Field position was the battle. It was a slower paced game. And I thought to myself, hey, we don't have the horses right now to be doing that. We did that, that one bomb to Brown got the penalty. So that's a play you can do. But I just was surprised with some of the play calling that went out there. And then we talked about McLaurin with 4 targets. Did you all watch the Cowboy game? Mm-hmm. How many targets did CeeDee Lamb have before halftime? 8, 9.
Right.
We got to feature him. We've got to feature him. And if you're not going to feature him, you need to do what they did in the touchdown play, where McLaurin was the decoy, ran out to the flat. He drew the safety in. Logan Thomas got open. Then we got to use him in that way if they're going to key on. So it was just one of these, hey, what's going on with our play call? It didn't seem like, I've said, were we prepared? I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, like I had talked about prior to the game. I felt like maybe 4th preseason game could have benefited us. I just felt like we just almost like how we used to feel about AP. Like you were saying, Will, like it just took so long to charge it up and to get us going that it's like you can't do that, especially with the caliber of quarterbacks that we're going to be facing. And if our defense is not going to put the clamps down and provide more opportunities, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Somebody that did show up, my man Tressway. He had a couple nice little punts.
Always.
You count on that guy. Let's go.
All right. I'd add to what Will said. The play calling was atrocious. Like once, and I remember when we just got the interception and when we were on the 5-yard line or something like that, and then it was right before the Antonio Gibson. I'm gonna say this too. Wes Schwizzwasser hit the guard when Antonio Gibson fumbled. This fool was literally on top of the ball.
Right there.
All he had to do was literally wrap his hands around it, and the fool missed it. I can't. Like, it's like we didn't want to play, but I digress. Play calling. Right at that moment, I thought when you go into the locker room, you really got to change. Like, okay, this game plan is not working, so we need to change this. We need to change that. This is what we do. And that's why I will tote on Bill Belichick the rest of my life. That man is legit the best coach in the ever. He's like, if it's not working in the first half, change it. Second, like, honestly, he knows the things to do to change in the second half. Like, it's like he's playing 2 different football games every time he steps out there, and I admire that. But literally, we did not do that. We don't know how to do that. I don't understand how we get all this veteran experience and is not able to just be like, you know what, we need to change this, we need to change that. And like, because anybody that was watching the game could have been like, they're not getting any pressure on that ball. Like, we need to blitz. We need to blitz. And it's like they were just scared to do that with Justin Herbert. Just to go with what you were saying, well, how else are we going to play these very good quarterbacks if we can't even do that? It's like they expected us to get all this pressure on the quarterback off of like 3 or 4 players, and we just weren't able to. But did they say, hey, let's change that at halftime? No. No. Well, we're just going to keep doing the same game plan. And then the moment that I thought they realized that it's because I was like, they can't stop the run. There was like a point in time where running the ball was more efficient than just passing it. Like, literally, it was like they're tired. They know they're tired. Oh, they're going to keep running the ball. And then we got the fumble, and then it just was a momentum killer right there. But again, it was just frustrating to say this, to say the least.
Yeah. I was going to say, I mean, as bad as it was, and it could have been more points than it was, when we were up 16-13 and we just picked the ball off, I thought momentum was on our side. I was sitting here going, okay, we're going to take the ball down the field again. I know we're going to get some points here. We're going to widen this lead. Like, we got this. We got this right here. That was a huge play. And then, that fumble was crushing.
Right. It was frustrating. It was absolutely very, very frustrating. And definitely being in the stadium, it was just a feeling of just because, like you said, we got up 16-13. You felt good. You know what I'm saying? When we got the interception, okay, here we go. You know, you weren't hearing the dun dun dun, but you had that feel like, here we go. And then it was literally like the fumble, pop the balloon. And it went back to that, here we go again. Touchdown.
It's like everyone stopped playing then.
Right. Yeah. Right. It was frustrating. Honestly, it was very, very frustrating. But like I said on Let's Talk Football on Monday, this is the overreaction, Monday morning quarterback type deal. All right. This is week 1. This ain't the full season. Let's go. We gonna bring out a bigger, better product. My thing that I worry about, and we're gonna talk about this a little bit later, is that we have such a short turnaround, and we're playing the New York Giants, who we've historically had problems with. We're going to highlight that game a little bit later, but before we do, we have to get to the longest running segment on Washington Football Weekly. Like it, love it, or
hated it.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, my goodness. Shout out to my babe. Just got in. So, hey, let's dive right into this. guys, we've talked about this off camera. I didn't think I was gonna have to worry about this situation because obviously I was gonna ride the Fitzmagic all the way to Neverland, but he's done. He's done for at least 6 to 8 weeks. He's on IR, so we have a quarterback situation. Will, I'm coming to you. Fitzpatrick is out. Heineke is in. Kyle Shermer we picked up from the practice squad, but what about Cam? Will, what you think? Like, love it, or hate it?
Both ends of the spectrum. Start off, I hate this for Fitz. Hate this. Because this dude was getting his chance. Mm-hmm. Did you hear the story about how when he decided to come up to Washington, that's where he was going to sign, he was going to meet the coaches and sign, he told them, hey, what's the name of the airport code? I need to get my flight up there. And they say, no, this is Washington. We're sending Snyder's plane to come get you.
Ooh, I like
and
that.
That's the first time he's ever had that in his career as a free agent. Had a team court him, want him to be their starting quarterback. And in his first game, gets hurt. So I hate this for him. And because there's a chance he may never take a snap for us again. And because of that, I also have to love this. Because this gives us a chance to see what do we have in Taylor Heineke. We've loved the game against Tampa. We've loved the spurts that he comes in and provides that spark and go, oh my gosh. And I mean, that shovel pass that he had to McLaurin, that was electrifying.
Nice. Yes.
You know, and so he brings that. But what we don't know, the biggest unknown is, can he do that on a consistent basis? Can he do that when defenses are going to game plan for him? And so this is a chance for us because this has the possibility to be a franchise-altering situation. Could we have the next Tony Romo in D.C., the undrafted quarterback that comes in and takes over? This is what we get to see. Yeah. And if not, then we know what do we need to do this offseason. Then we know the guy is not here, and we need to go get that quarterback this offseason, whether it's go after a franchise quarterback in a trade or move up in the draft and get some. There's a chance here we can get some clarity on what we have in the building now and what we need to do in the future. So that's why I hate it, but there's a chance to love this, and we can only tell come Thursday and beyond.
Oh yeah. What you think, man?
All right, for the Washington fans out there, I'm gonna have to twist it up and say not the next Tony Romo, but the next Kurt Warner. I'm not as petty as our fans are. But our fans will be like, oh no, you did not just say another Dallas Cowboy. You don't know Dallas Cowboy. Not even like similar like to them. Right? Yeah, but no, we'll say Kurt Warner just to make them happy. But yeah,
the fans.
Yeah,
what's up?
The fans.
Yeah, here we go. No, but I'm digging with what Will's saying. I hate that. I hate it for Fitzpatrick. Honestly, you don't like to hear things like this, but I'm gonna just say something in case you guys didn't hear this. But if what I'm about to say is true, then he deserves this. Word is that he actually hurt his hip on a water slide previously.
I did hear that.
Yeah, previously to even playing the game. And one, if he didn't tell anybody, you just didn't give a shit about this team at all. But I could understand why he didn't tell anybody too, because of all the getting all your money, the $10 million that you were for your contract will get taken away, blah, 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 just all that other contract shit that goes into hurting yourself outside of actually playing football, So this isn't basketball where all your shit's guaranteed. He had a chance to lose all of his I don't know. I don't really understand, know his whole contracts before, but $10 million is a good chunk of change, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So But no, I hate it for Fitz because, like, honestly, he finally had his chance. Like, honestly, I was gunning for him too, and but I'm excited to see what Heineke can do. I really am. But to me, I just like, and if we're being honest, there's no better options out there. Like, it really isn't. Like, unless we're going to trade for somebody, it's Cam or Heineke. And I'm not even talking about Kyle Allen because that you can throw him away too. So
no, Will.
You got a theory, Will?
I'll let you finish. I'll let Sean go, and then I'll tell you something.
Okay, yeah.
I'll drop some more knowledge on.
Yeah, you can just throw the whole guy away to me. unless you're going to trade for somebody. And the only other person I would have said traded for, but we should have gotten because of how dismal our offensive line looks. You need somebody that can run. So to me, unless we're going for RG3 again, I don't see that happening. But it would be Marcus Mariota, and he injured himself. Was it Monday night? So yeah, where they were talking about he injured himself. So
okay,
I must have been sleeping. I did not know that.
Yeah, he only came in for like a play or two, and they just reading about it saying he hurt himself. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's something I'll definitely look at. Personally, for me, you already know how I feel about it for Fitz, so that's where we all agree. I hate this for Fitz. Part of me kind of still holding out hope that maybe this is good. We know how he falls off half the year. Maybe if this is the fall off period, and then he just rides the wave when he comes back.
It's magic the rest of the way.
Let's go. As for right now, though, like I said, I've made videos about it. We talked about it on Let's Talk Football. Heineke, you have to show it to me. Right now, I understand why we didn't get Cam last year. I understand why we didn't get Cam to be this year. Now I'm like, look, bring in Cam. There's a familiarity with the coach. We need somebody. I didn't know, and because I feel the same way about Kyle Allen. I'm like, man, who is this? You know, him and Montez to me are interchangeable. Like, I get him out of here. And if we're gonna have somebody that is familiar with Ron's guy, bring in Cam. Let's get him. Like, somebody that can move, can do something, bring a little flair. I like that. I think we need to call Cam Newton. Call him. Tell him, come on home to Washington. I wasn't for it the first time, and I wasn't for it the second time. But these are difficult times, and I'm gonna say bring him home. I'm gonna say go ahead, bring him home. Will, what'd you have about Kyle Allen?
So, I listened to the Kevin Sheehan show Monday morning, 8 o'clock. Every 8 o'clock, maybe it's every Monday, is when Ben Standig is going to be on. He's a pretty dialed-in journalist. And he said, he's not the only one. I heard it from another one. I think it might have been John Keim. And they said, at some point in training camp, Kyle Allen had taken over Heineke as the backup. And then he tweaked his ankle, and he's still on the mend. And so basically he was saying, it is Heineke right now, but do not rule out their love of Kyle Allen, of their trust in him, and coming in at some point if Heineke is faltering and Fitz isn't ready to come back. And Standig said if this was the back eight of the season instead of the front eight, he believes that Kyle Allen would have been their guy starting on Thursday and not Heineke, that he would have surpassed him. So we'll see. I'm with you all, though. I want to see Heineke. The players love him. There's something to it. Chase Young loves this guy. He backs him up. Maybe they see something that we don't.
Let's hope so. Moving on, and like it, love it, hate it. The birthday guy, Scary Terry, makes one of the most incredible catches I've ever seen. I'm going to go first. I absolutely love it. This catch on Monday was the number one top play on ESPN's top 10. The catch was amazing. And we talked about this before the show, but from where we were sitting, To us, it was a clear interception. We thought both the one guy jumped up, picked it off, and we didn't even see Terry McLaurin. It wasn't until it came up on the Jumbotron that you see that footage of Terry McLaurin holding the ball up that we were like, oh, wait a minute. Did he catch the ball? And then they played the replay, and the crowd was like, oh my God, he caught the ball. Are you serious? One of the most incredible catches. You want to talk about concentration. You want to talk about just focus. And he got held coming out of his break. Like, yo, I love that. Oh my goodness, I love that. And it goes back to, hey, Mr. Moral Support. Hold up the ball. I caught it. Go back to the huddle. You know, that's a leader. What we talked about last week, Ab, I'm coming to you. Quiet leader, somebody that makes the most amazing play. And then, hey, let's go. What's next? So I love this. I absolutely love it. What do you think, man?
I think this is legit. I love this. I know you were at the game, Sean, but I'm trying to tell you, I was literally watching it on my TV and I was mad. Like, I'm trying to tell you, boiling, upset because I thought it was a straight interception. And they even said it on the TV. This is the difference between a wide receiver and a defensive back. Wide receiver catches the ball. So it needled this guy's arms, man. It needled through this guy's arms, and it was just phenomenal. I love it. And just like you said, Sean, a quiet leader. And a quiet leader is basically like he leaves on the field, he lets his play talk, and then just the play alone is what motivates another player to do more. And be like, okay, all right, I see that. I see you. And you just want to go out there and make another play. It makes your team just want to be like, make another play. And unfortunately, we can't make another play, but like, it's just, it was great, man. It really was. It was motivating me.
Yeah, exactly. Will, what do you think, man?
It's just like what y'all said. I mean, this is vintage Terry McLaurin. This is what he does. He makes these tough catches. He makes these incredible plays out there. And after he does it, he just says, next, let's go. What's the next play? You know, he's one of those guys that you just can't help but love to have on your team and root for him because he's incredible.
Yeah. Absolutely love the guy. Absolutely love him. Shout out to him for sure. Definitely also because it's his birthday today. Last but most certainly not least, Will, I'm coming to you first. Ron Rivera decides to punt late instead of going for this. I actually watched, I was there at the stadium, but then I watched it again. We recorded the game, and I went back and I just kind of kept looking at it like, But Will, I'll let you talk on it.
Yeah. Man, CBS's Jay Feely, former kicker of the Falcons, he was angry that this decision was happening. He wouldn't stop talking about it.
Yeah.
And I get what he said. He basically said, why aren't you going for at least a field goal? Or why aren't you going for it or going for a field goal, put some points on the board, lower it? But, if you think about it, there was 7 minutes left in the game. I'll say this. If your defense can't stop them and get the ball back with 7 minutes, you don't deserve to win. You got to, you're putting the game in the hands of your best unit. You got to think we can stop them, especially the fact that they had 3rd and long, the 3rd and 16 at one point, and it seemed like we got them. The call was going to work out, and then Keenan Allen was wide open over the middle, gets the dives for the first down. They just keep moving. So I just felt like Jay Feely really needed to shut up. It's like I get what he's saying. Like, you call him Riverboat Ron if he punts it. I don't. And Ron was pissed after the game or the next day when he got questioned by reporters on it. He was pissed to be getting questioned to have to justify what he was saying. He almost wanted to say, "Have you ever been in that situation? Because if you haven't been in that situation, do not question what I have to say." Like, he got some fire in him, which was great. And yeah. Is Feely wrong for saying you could have gone for it? Yeah, you could have kicked a deep field goal, but you know what? Hopkins already missed a deep field goal.
Yep.
You would have given him the ball near the 50. that was
Absolutely.
my thing. Like, it's all about the field position game is what Ron was playing. And
Yeah.
I don't think you can fault his decision by the end result. The fact that we didn't get the ball back doesn't mean that it was a bad decision. He put the team in the place to get the ball back. The guys didn't execute. So I was for it. Even during it, I was like, punt it. Let's get the defense go. Let's pin him. Let's punt it. So I'm on his side.
I got you. Ab, what do you think?
To me, I love it. I do. To me, I'm a total, like, I'm the type of person that's like, what happened earlier in the game? If everything went right and everyone was doing what they were supposed to be doing prior to that situation, this shit wouldn't even matter.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get what I'm saying? Like, to me, I get it's like people go play by play, and they focus on that, and then be like, well, you messed up when there's like when the time starts to wind down. I don't agree with that. If you do what you're supposed to do throughout the game, this would not have even mattered. And to me, if the defense would have held them, what you said, 3-16 down there, then we wouldn't even be talking about it come Monday morning.
Exactly.
So, like, again, if people like, it's just it depends on your perspective on what you want to sit here and bitch about. Like, I just, to me, this has nothing. I'm with Ron Rivera. Like, the situation, like, it's the situation right there. I mean, I think Ron Rivera is probably thinking, bro, if we don't make it, then we give them a shorter field. Exactly. Why isn't anybody saying that?
Exactly.
Why isn't it? And then just be like, look, we're giving them a shorter field, and they've been working us the whole game. Like, it's not going, like, again, no one sits there and tries to think about it like that. I do, Ron. I got your back.
Right. Honestly, I tried to look at it from his perspective, especially when I went back and watched it again. And we've mentioned this guy multiple times. He has a secret weapon. He has Tress Way. You know, he knew, I have Tress Way. I can cough and corner. I can get them deep into their side of the field. I have this defense that we're supposed to be relying on. That's supposed to be this top tier defense. Let's give them a chance to earn their paycheck. And then again, it's not like we didn't have opportunities to shut them down. We had the 3rd and 16 that we talked about, and we totally had the coverage error, and he's wide open. Well, that's the chance you take, but I'm still taking that. We can't trust Dustin like we've discussed on multiple chances. He's already missed field goals. This was I think the right call. I think it was the absolute right call. Maybe if we had Fitz, maybe switch up. Maybe you take that risk and go for it. But to your point, Ab, you know, what's been happening most of the game? What's been going on prior to that with our offense or with our special teams and kicking everything? You know what I mean? These things are one part they played into the fact that he made the decision he made. And honestly, I stick with him on it. We had the 3rd and 16. We had an opportunity to shut them down and get the offense back on the field, and the defense blew that one. That's on them. Simple as that.
So I'll just throw in an example. What Dallas Cowboys game, Dallas versus Tampa Bay. Everyone is during the game, everyone focuses on one thing, but on why Dallas lost. But no one's really pointing out, like, the kicker putting 7 points on the field, leaving 7 points on the field. If he would have gotten those kicks, those last plays wouldn't even mattered. Like, so we really, again, like, it's about perspective and what you're really focusing on. And to me, people need to pay attention to the stuff that happens at the beginning of the game is just as important on what happens at the end of a game.
Oh yeah,
there is something that I do think we could criticize him on, and this is our coaching staff does this, and it drives me crazy. And it's end of game clock management. I don't understand why they don't treat the 2-minute warning as a fourth timeout and start using your timeouts earlier, knowing that you're down 4. You need a touchdown, which means you're going to need time to get down the field. It's not like you can just get to the 30 and kick it and you're good to go. You're going to have to get all the way down to get a touchdown. So you're going to need as much clock as you can. And we didn't start calling timeout till it was either at the 2-minute warning and after, or much closer. And I just don't understand to me, once it hits that under 4 mark, and this is basically we're going to have 2 possessions. We can give up one more first down, and that's it. That's when you start using your timeouts to stop them. So if you stop them, at the very, very least, you're getting the ball back with 2 minutes to play, not starting your timeouts at the 2-minute warning and going down. It's just that's a whole. There's a good 2, 3, 4 plays there that you could be running on offense. And our coaching staff just doesn't do that. Jay didn't do it. Ron doesn't do it. It drives me crazy out there watching this because I'm screaming at my TV with the 3-minute mark. Call timeout.
Right.
Me too. Me too. I agree with you.
And that's why this is a whole team loss. We can't put it fully on the players because you guys have both mentioned the coaches too. There's a lot of things that we got to fix. And unfortunately, there is a very, very short turnaround because, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night, Washington will be playing the New York Football Giants in our first and only early season divisional game. As you know, we end the season with a 5-peat. Of 2 Philly games, 2 Dallas games, and end the season with a Giants game. So this is our only early season divisional game. And we've talked about it on multiple occasions. Ab, I'm coming to you. We struggle, man. I think somebody put up a stat that think Daniel Jones is undefeated against us. I don't think we've beat Daniel Jones. I mean,
we make him look like a world beater, bro.
Right. What can we expect, Ab? What are your predictions in this game, man?
Oh, man. One, I'm going to just say this. I don't like how you put my prediction out there to be wrong. I'll be the only one wrong. And then I have to give the smoke to some random person out there, you know what I'm saying? But I see what you're doing, Sean. I see what you're doing, man. You're trying to cut me down a few sizes because I'm always right. And then I see what you're doing.
I saw what was happening on fantasy, so I was like, oh, really? No, honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to you because we got up about 8:00. We went pick some people up and then went out to the game, and I my baby's she's in the other room, but I was sitting here and editing the stuff while we were tailgating. I had all 3 of our videos edited, but your video was the last one I edited. And so I was like, all right, let me put this out real quick. And then the beer started flowing and drinks started going. And I just didn't get to the other ones. So I apologize.
Don't blame your low tolerance on messing with me, man.
I was like, yeah, that's right, Am. I got you. No, man.
All right. So to me, this game, I think we're mad. At least I hope we're mad. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And I hope that we're mad enough to be mad at the game at hand too. It's because it's going to be a home game for the Giants. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. I hate to say it like that. It's going to be a home game against the Giants. It's going to be a home game for the Giants.
Yeah.
They roll deep. They roll hard, and they already know that they have our number for the past 2-3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they already know. To me, I think it's I think we need to play pissed off. I think we need to play aggressive. And honestly, how do you have this defensive line and not play like Lawrence Taylor style? You get what I'm saying? I just don't just that nasty getting your ass type defense. Yeah. I just don't understand it. And to me, like I said, we play soft, and honestly, they'll hear me, and they'll hear me, but like I'm just saying, they're gonna do the opposite of what I'm complaining about right now. Watch them go after Daniel Jones, and watch Daniel Jones have one of his worst games now. But honestly, that's what they need to do. Yeah. Like, he's a lackluster quarterback. You sneeze on him, and he's gonna fumble the ball, and that's a whole bunch of stuff that we need. You know what I'm saying? And I hope we do it early too. Like, it's not just, it's the second half, it's the closest game. No, getting his ass early so we can be chilling the whole time.
Yeah.
I want to beat them so bad that the third stringers are coming in to start playing the game kind of thing. That's what I want.
Right. Take out the starters. Take everybody out.
Yes, that's exactly what I want. So to me, if I'm predicting and everything like that, I'm going to say 35-7.
35-7.
Oh.
35-7.
Let's go. I like Washington. That. I like that.
35-7 Washington. That's my prediction.
Will, what you got, man?
So I think this game is a little bit of a blessing for us. And it's a blessing because it's a short week. I think we got time to just quickly flip it and go on. I think this team that we're playing, the Giants team we're going to play on Thursday, is going to be way different than Week 17. Mm-hmm. Saquon is coming back from his injury, but they are easing him in, so he is not 100%. Yes. I think that's to our advantage. I think the thing that's going to happen, they do have weapons at wide receiver. So we have got to not let Daniel Jones turn into Danny Dimes.
Yes.
For once, finally, can we stop them? And I think they will. I think Ron is pissed off. He seems a little bit on edge this week. I think the defense is pissed off because their reputation took a big old hit. Yep. Chase Young did not have the game that we wanted him to last week, and he went up against the other first round pick, and he got some flack. I think he's going to be pissed off. Abby said, let's set the tone from the beginning and come after him. I think they're going to. I think we're going to be happy. I think we're going to really take to the Giants. I'm going to go 27-13. So we're going to put some points on, and we're going to be all right. 27-13.
I like that. Shout out to Anthony Handy watching. He got a similar score. I got a 29-13 Washington. So
what did you say, Will?
He said
27-13.
Got it.
So I honestly, I'm banking on Heineke having a full week of preparation, or not even full week, but at least he's getting the snaps. He's getting what he needs to with the first teamers. The defense being ticked off, being like, this is ridiculous. We need to come. Hey, being at home, protecting our house. I'm going 27-17 Washington. I just feel like you said, like, if this is perfect timing. I think they're struggling, but there was a lot of bright points to the game that we played on Sunday. So I feel like there's things that we can play on, and I think we just need to get in and get our stride. I think it might be close early, unfortunately, but I think that we'll pull away late, and I think our defense is going to definitely make that happen. I think our defense is going to shine. So I'm going 27-17 Washington.
I think the Giants, I like it, Sean. I think the Giants need to be our slump buster. That's what they need to be.
Let's go.
Right, I'm gonna say 35-14. But I'm gonna add this caveat too. 2 touchdowns by the defense.
Ooh.
Whoa.
I like that. Okay. Let's go, D.
I asked 2 touchdowns by the defense.
Yeah. I like that. Oh, I definitely like that. So, hey, we're hoping for it. Unfortunately, I will be relying on my 2 guys here, the Shirtless Wonder and Dub K, with Will Kramer, on messaging me. Ladies and gentlemen, my precious dear, all spring and summer, was just telling me over and over, hey, there's a certain date. We got, September 16th. We're going to see the Avid brothers, and you're going to see the Orioles and go to the Camden Yards. And I was like, all right, yeah, babe. She said, put it on your calendar. Make sure you put it on your calendar. I said, babe, I got it. So I was on the show last night, and I was talking to Nick, and we were talking. And I was like, yeah, so I'm going to be at the Avid brothers concert. And he's like, don't the Giants play Washington Thursday? I said, wait a minute. What? Oh, my goodness. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will be catching the game kind of on the sly, looking down. So, hopefully no fly balls come my way because I will not be paying attention. I will just be sitting here. Oh, and shout out to my baby cake. Say, I hear you right now. I warned you. Yes, babe, you did. You did, sweetheart.
She knows your weakness.
Right.
Calendaring, man. Guys aren't very good at it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why you.
Wake up.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why you share a calendar with your mate. Okay, this is why.
Amen.
Oh my goodness. See that? We learned everything here on Washington Football Weekly, not just Washington stuff. We learn life stuff, guys. I will do this.
Life skills. That is a crucial life skill.
I will mesh our calendars from here on out, and I will put it with the Washington schedule so I know that this error does not happen again. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to rely on my two guys over here to give me the updates. Hey, shout out to Anthony Haney saying Sean is another case of see what happened was. Wow, how often can you hear my favorite band and see the Orioles at the same time? Babe, the Orioles are historically bad right now.
It's a great
No, it is. It's
night.
a great night. If it wasn't on the same night as Washington versus No, Will, I will not. We shall see. Hey, we're coming close to the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. But real quick, we definitely had to highlight some fantasy football matchups. Ladies and gentlemen, I went up against our dear friend, the Shirtless Wonder, on last week. Let me go back to week 1. I was up by 12 late in the game. And then Ab kind of came back. Monday night, Ab had Darren Waller, and he had Josh Jacobs.
Crushed, Sean.
And I got destroyed.
Oh my God.
And again, I was up 12. Okay? So, you know what I mean? He scored, 50 points. Waller scored like 33. So, Ab, if you would like to say something, go ahead and say it. I don't know. It's not like you haven't said it before in the text. So just go ahead and say it, Ab. Just go.
So this is to anybody that else wants to come after me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, I'm coming back like that Taco Bell dinner. So don't mess with me anytime, in any place in fantasy, because I'm telling you, you're going to catch all these hands, all of this. You know what I'm saying? So Sean caught it already. He was my first victim. Okay. Don't say nothing else to me, okay?
This week 1 slaughter, as we can see, Mr.
Aaron Rodgers, come on. When is that going to happen again? My gosh, look at
that.
This.
Unbelievable. I also had Mostert in the game, and he got injured early, so that definitely played into it. But I'm not gonna have any excuses.
You ain't got none. I'm gonna just say this too. Will too was talking that sweet mess too, and I'm gonna just tell you, we had this between all of us guys, all three of us. Like I'm like, oh Sean, I'm coming on your ass, boy. I'm coming on your ass, and then Will chiming in, and I'm like, oh, you talking? He's like, oh, get some points, man. And I'm
both
like,
your teams
okay,
suck.
Yeah.
And then I beat him too. I got more points than him too.
Look at this. Look who I played against. The high scorer of the entire week. And not only that, is there anything even more frustrating? Not just having more points than most of the other managers, but keep scrolling. Keep scrolling, Sean.
Oh, you left it on the bench.
Don't look at Deebo Samuel.
Yes.
44 points.
Right.
I didn't know that Brandon Ayuk was out this week. I didn't know. I would have started. I'm like, you got it.
Wow. Wow. That was
it on the bench.
My God. So that was definitely week 1, but ladies and gentlemen, we have to preview a week 2 matchup.
Oh, yeah. Show the standings too, though.
All right. Let's see. Oh,
look at that little last place.
I'm low at the bottom.
Are we in divisions?
Highlighted.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know we're in divisions.
Oh, man.
I need to fix that because I wasn't trying to have divisions. But
well, in the North, I'm definitely losing last place in that. But I'm not last altogether. Janae is 8th, and Nathan is 7th. So being 6th, we're still in here. We're still in the hunt.
Oh, my gosh.
Good gracious.
And Nate took all that time concentrating and shit.
For nothing. So coming into week 2, I have to play the league high score team Crespo.
Good luck.
About Palmetto Skins play DMV Superman. Will playing
catch hands too.
Big game.
About to catch it too.
Okay. I like this. We also have Show Me Your TDs, Cameron versus Baltimore Elite, Nathan. And Janae is playing Nicholas Rosario. Man, we got a jam-packed second week. I gotta figure something out this week, guys. I gotta figure something out. I can't catch 2 L's. That's not the way we're gonna start this year. It's not the way we're gonna start it.
You're gonna have to change your name to Double L's.
Hey, wow! Yo, shout out to Anthony Hayes. He said, "You're killing me right now. Leave my man Nate alone." Let's go. Yeah, so definitely tune in. Next week, we will be bringing up the recap. We will be talking about this big-time matchup. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and see where we stand right now.
Oh, he's supposed to beat me by a few points.
So the projection is just by about 12 points. Kyler Stafford, Gibson, Mac. Okay. It's going to be interesting this week, ladies and gentlemen.
I have to tinker with that lineup.
Oh, yeah.
Got to figure something out. Got to figure out a way to get Deebo on the field.
Got to get Deebo back.
Deebo, let's go.
I got bench spot open?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've noticed that.
You what?
He has an empty bench spot.
Oh, it's injured reserve. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there we go, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't draft no broke back players like Ab does.
That's our team, asshole. Like you literally talking about our team.
We go ahead and get him. Let's go. Yo, let's go. Definitely, shout out to these guys. Shout out to the Washington Football Weekly, the host league. It's getting cutthroat, as we can see, ladies and gentlemen. And at the end of these shows, when we do these fantasy recaps, we will have the opportunity, as you've seen by our dear friend, the Shirtless Wonder. The winner will be given the opportunity to say his piece to the rest of the members. I'm taking my L like a man, I'm all right. We're going to be all right. Week 2 is coming up. Let's go.
No, you got to go like this, Sean. Loser.
No.
Loser.
We got to go, ladies and gentlemen.
Get that.
We got to go. I can't. That's double L business. Yo, absolutely. Yo, stay tuned. Tomorrow night, the New York Football Giants come to Washington, come to Landover to play Washington. Hopefully, we can get that W, and I will be avid brothering it up and watching the Orioles potentially lose another game in an historic losing season. But it will still be fun, a great date night, and I love my dear babes. I love you. Well played, sweetie. Well played.
You're a good man, Sean. You're a good man. You're better than me. I'm sick.
But look, you mentioned it. Didn't you notice how she was sick a week ago on Wednesday, but Sunday she was ready to go.
Yeah. Look, you sitting there playing checkers. She playing chess with your ass.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly what it is. I still have more to learn, Sensei. I still have more to learn. Hey, it's gonna be an amazing date. Oh my goodness gracious. We'll hear about this later. Yo, we gotta let you go. Oh, you got something to say? Are you good? Okay, we gotta let you go, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, you know who it is. It's your boy, Sean Spencer, right here with my guy, the shirtless wonder, Mr. Abloh, Dub K, South Carolina's eggplant, Will Kramer in the building. Hey, tune in tomorrow night. Giants, Washington, man. Let's get that W. We need it. Need it.
Season back on track.
Yeah, let's bring it back home, guys. Let's bring it back home. So, hey, thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. We will definitely be with you guys later.